So, we're using, not here, but in the CY project, simple MDE, right? And I'm guessing if we have a look at our yarn lock and find simple MDE, code mirror, okay, they're just using marked, which is this one. It doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot of bidirectional stuff. Let's have a look. So, highlighting. Tokenizer might be useful. So, I mean, we're just doing text analysis at this point. Over and hinted to. Okay, this Lexa is probably what we want to use, I think, in the long term. Okay, cool. And let's just have a quick look at what this provides. Completely. Okay, yeah, metadata. That's interesting. Does this provide Markdown options? What options do we have? Not really helping. Options. GFN. Okay, yeah, hit IDs. Okay. Okay, we may not need this. Difficult choice, difficult choice. If this has a Alexa, I'd much rather have it this one, to be honest. Extended documentation, yep, that's what I want. Markdown syntax. Turn options. Oh, there's a CLI tool. Look at that. How useful. Okay. Okay. But whereabouts is the lexer? Not really seeing it. Maybe I have to go dig in the code. Loader subpasses. Okay. Alright, now I think marked is probably the better option just because we have like a tokenizer and a lexer. Okay, well, that's good to know that we have that available. Alright, so let's get back to our test. So this was a naive implementation for the prototype. And I was just having a look at what was available if we didn't want to be naive. Okay, anyway, so let's run through the test. So our document class, we create a new document passing in the content, which is literally just a string of Markdown. And in fact, yep, okay, that's fine. And then we say, well, the title is a getter. And in fact, we want to be using H1s here if we can. So the document title should just be equal to document title, right? The tags is just going to be a list, all lowercase. Tag 1, tag 2, tag 3. The to-do options are going to be a list of those to-dos. The rest of the content is just going to be like that. And I think that should be okay. And then, oh yeah, save. I'm not sure whether we want to implement save in this. Yeah, we'll leave save as it is. Oh, sorry, out of this, I think, because I'm not entirely sure how we want to persist this stuff. So I'm going to remove that and just remove the test for it. Okay, so if I run yarn test, we're going to get a failure because we're not using the new syntax. At least one failure, right? Okay, so cannot read property equal of undefined. Yep, that is expected because we're using the Mocha syntax. Let's go into Jest and look at our expectation syntax. Jest expect matches to equal. I think to equal is just by default equal in Jest, so I think we can just sort of do that. That and that. Alright, and now we are just slightly off because we want to use a single matcher for the H1, and that is going to be a 2. So this is like a really naive Markdown parser. So we just want to find anything that refers to H2 and just switch it over to H1. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. But that's an H1 there as well. H1 offset, where was that supposed to go? Offset? Oh, there we go. Okay, so if I run my test, here we go. Our document passes its test. Now I think what we want to do is actually define a toJSON method on this and simply return maybe const equals this. So we can pull out the title, the content, and the date. Tags, to-dos, date. Tags, to-dos, date. And I don't think we've got a date here. No, we don't. So that's the cool thing about using getters in JavaScript, is that we can do a destructure, which is quite cool. Even though those properties are defined as functions, because they're getters, we can destructure them. And then here we can pretty much say content tags to-dos date. And I'm just gonna this. Okay, so let's describe the toJSON method. And this isn't going to be a getter because I imagine we will use pass options to it later, but for now we will say it returns a JSON object of the relevant attributes, right?